Hey guys, CS back here with another installment, and here are my picks for UFC 168, Weidman vs. Silva 2. Alright y'all, now top to bottom, this card is pretty stacked. I really can't wait for all of it. Should be good. If you want my preliminary card picks, I'll leave them in the description below like usual. Also check out the confidences I have for each pick listed. But yeah, might as well get into the main card, starting with the main event between Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva for the middleweight championship. Okay, now it's quite simple, guys. As long as this fight's standing, you still have to pick Anderson Silva. Yeah, I know he got flash knocked out. Chris Weidman kind of shocked the world right then and there, but to me, Anderson Silva shocked the world because Anderson Silva all of a sudden felt like not turning with those Chris Weidman punches. He kind of just laid his head out there during Chris Weidman's worst combination and paid for it. So, it is what it is. As far as what I saw boxing-wise from Chris right then and there, you know, he looked good. His combinations look sharp. They're kind of on point. But still, I don't think his hand speed is fast enough to compete with Anderson Silva's head movement when it is on, because Anderson Silva could have dodged all of those from what I've seen from Anderson in the past. And I don't think Anderson has deteriorated physically. It's all up here. If Anderson Silva feels like winning this fight, you know, whenever he does train hard. He doesn't exactly look out of shape ever. You know, I'm going to expect Anderson Silva to come in here physically capable and ready for Chris Weidman this bout. Now, it's if Anderson Silva feels like wrestling in training or actually turning with those punches in the actual fight, that remains to be seen. Who knows? But I'm going to bank on Anderson Silva to not have lightning strike twice in a row. I'm going to say if Chris Weidman feels like taking down Anderson Silva, I don't think Chris Weidman's going to be Chael Sonnen aggressive for those takedowns. So I think Anderson Silva's going to be able to spread his legs, sprawl, or just spin out of, you know, any clinch predicament from Chris Weidman. If Chris Weidman feels like going that route. If Chris Weidman feels like throwing hands with Anderson Silva, I think Anderson's going to showboat. He's going to turn with the punches. He's going to take some punishment, but eventually it's going to be like, enough's enough. I'm going to stop you, Forrest Griffin style. Sure, Chris Weidman isn't as frail and bad as Forrest Griffin, but I feel like Anderson Silva is really capable of being able to make a statement like that if he feels like it. And I think he will. Once this is over, I think he retires. But that's if he wins. I am banking on Anderson Silva to win. Not exactly confident in this whatsoever because it's all pure for Anderson. We know what Chris Weidman's going to try to do. He's either going to try to wrestle or throw hands early with Anderson. If Anderson is complacent as far as his takedown defense or his head movement, then he's going to lose. But I don't think he will be. So Anderson Silva for the win. I'm going to say he gets a stoppage in round 2 with strikes. And moving on to co-main event for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. It's a rematch between Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate has not shown me a reason to why I should pick her ever against someone like Ronda Rousey. Rousey has 1,000 ways of taking him down once she's in the clinch. She has 1,000 ways of getting that armbar on you. And I don't think Miesha Tate has the defense in her mind to be able to defend from any of it. Now, Miesha just has to stay distance and hopefully outstrike Ronda Rousey. Problem is, Miesha Tate's still not a great striker. Now, you're going to tell me that Dwayne Bang Ludwig turned her into a decent enough striker to outstrike Ronda Rousey over the course of 5 rounds? Hell no. I'm going to say Ronda Rousey is likely to close the distance and then Uchimata her way to get Miesha Tate on the ground and then armbar her from there. It's going to be a matter of, if not seconds, I'm going to say tens of seconds. First round armbar, Ronda Rousey shouldn't be that hard. Speaking of hard though, this one's not easy to call. Josh Barnett and Travis Browne in heavyweight. Going to be a fun fight because every time you see Josh Barnett, he's going to be able to take you down and then use that catch wrestling style jiu-jitsu on you. It's nasty. And maybe he does that to Travis Browne. Who knows? Travis Browne does not exactly have the greatest fighter IQ. He is not exactly the most technically sound fighter at all. You know, he wings his punches. His kicks don't look like they have much snap on them. And because of that, I'm going to say Josh Barnett's going to find a way to close the distance. And once he's clinched up with Travis Browne, trips him to the ground and wins via arm triangle. Something crazy like that. I know Travis Browne is a capable grappler, but this is Josh Barnett, guys. Josh Barnett is nasty, and you don't want that guy on top of you. I don't care who you are. You know, Fabricio Verdum, Nogueira. You don't want to be underneath Josh Barnett. That sucks, you know, because you know you're going to be defending subs, and you're likely not going to get up because he is so good positionally. So yeah, I like Josh Barnett's ground game a lot, and as long as he can get to the ground, I don't think Travis Browne has a chance, and I think it's likely that Barnett gets it there. So, not exactly thoroughly confident, but Josh Barnett for the win. Moving on, Jim Miller versus Fabricio Camões, lightweight match. Not going to waste your time. Jim Miller is pretty much better at everything, as long as he has not been mentally phased by any of his few losses in the past few fights. I'm going to say he schools Fabricio Camões. I'm going to say a first-round finish for Jim Miller, if not a fight of the night decision. Another bout that could win fight of the night, probably more likely or two, kicking us off on the main card, featherweights Dustin Poirier and Diego Brandao. Brandao, very game opponent, pretty well-rounded at everything, very aggressive jiu-jitsu once he gets you on the ground, very aggressive ground and pound, and his striking, he hits pretty hard too. Then again, Dustin Poirier, he's a capable grappler himself, and he has a little bit more snap and technique as far as his own combinations on the feet, and he should be able to dictate the pace of the fight as long as it is standing. Now, Diego Brandao, probably going to win himself in the first round because he's a very aggressive round one fighter, but I don't think he's going to get the finish within that round one, and in 2 and 3, he's going to fade more and more. Still going to be exciting as hell, but I still see Dustin Poirier being able to outstrike his way to a victory in round 2 and 3. I think he's going to get some low kicks off. I think he's going to use his jab to perfection. We'll see what happens. He is a pretty good kickboxer, is Dustin Poirier, and I know Diego Brandao is pretty aggressive, so it could go either way judge-wise based on the fact that I believe Brandao is going to keep moving forward. In that case, I'm going to go with Dustin Poirier to win just via split decision, but I think it's going to be definitive in my eyes that he does win 2 rounds to 1. And there it is, guys. Thanks for tuning in once again. Hopefully you enjoy UFC 168. I'm definitely going to watch all of this card. Really cannot wait for all of it. It's going to be sick. If you guys think Chris Weidman is going to win, give me a thumbs down. If you think Anderson Silva is going to win, give me a thumbs up. So you know the deal. That's pretty much it. Again, for my preliminary card picks, they're in the description below, along with my confidences for every fight. So who knows? We'll see what happens. So deuces for all my supporters, bruises for all my haters. Take care. Peace.